Tonight on the Local Live, Mamaroneck Village is going green. The Beeline bus system has made service improvements. Find out what happens when Mediterranean and Mexican cuisines collide at Don Hito. And on tonight's roundtable, a new Baroque music festival comes to town. Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday, September 6th. I'm Rob Baez, and welcome to the Local Live. The Village of Mamaroneck is switching to renewable green energy. Westchester Power, also known as the Community Choice Aggregation Program under Sustainable Westchester, is a bulk energy purchasing program that offers lower costs to Con Ed customers while increasing the use of renewable energy in the county. Mamaroneck Village is a participant in the energy program, and the board voted to choose the green option as a default energy supply, which is 100% wind energy.
And so when we do talk about savings and when we talk about the green savings, it's important to remember that you're saving money against the Con Ed rate, but you're also buying green power. So when you're with Con Ed, you just get that standard grid supply, which is about maybe 20 or 25% renewable. So even though we're comparing our prices to them and we're saying, you know, okay, you saved $138 against Con Ed's rates, in addition to that, you've also received 100% wind power.
And this helps develop a market for wind.
Yes, absolutely. And it displaces other types of electricity. So essentially, because all energy suppliers are all energy generators, they just dump their electricity on the grid. You actually, you have no say in what electrons come to your house. You have no say in what actually comes through the wires and goes into your house. So you buy essentially the environmental attribute of the power. And so it creates, this financial mechanism in which we can, put a value on the green portion of the electricity.
Con Ed customers in the village can still opt out of the 2-year-old program. So for more information, go to westchesterpower.org. Effective on September 4th, the Beeline bus system has made some service improvements. Bus routes 60 and 61 saw some minor schedule adjustments on Tuesday, and you can check these updates by visiting the Westchester County Transport website, the link on your screen right now. The Mamaroneck Town Police Department is still working on filling vacancies due to recent retirements and promotions. The Town Council voted for salary authorizations at its August 22nd meeting for 2 probationary police officers. Town Administrator Steve Altieri said the police understaffing is due to, quote, a lot of turnover, end quote.
Did you know you could watch LMC TV anywhere? Yes, even there. Go to lmctv.org and scroll down the main page. Choose your channel and click Watch Now, then press play. You can watch whatever's live on our channel wherever you are. Want to watch a specific show on demand? Go to Videos, click on Category, or Shows to list by title, or by keyword in the search bar at the top right of the page. It's all a click away at lmctv.org.
Next weekend, the St. Thomas Church hosts the first Westchester International Baroque Music Festival. It's the topic for tonight's roundtable.
Yeah, Lou's rehearsed it a bunch.
Hello and welcome to the Round Table. I'm Michael Rich, and what you've just been hearing, well, let me ask one of our guests. Eric Milnes, you are the Director of Music for St. Thomas Church, but you're also the Artistic Director for the Westchester Music Festival.
Thanks for inviting us.
You're welcome, and you're sitting next to your cohort there, Louis Senti. Welcome, Louis. You're on the board of directors of the Westchester Music Festival.
That's right, Mike.
And you're also a singer at St. Thomas.
I am. I have the dubious distinction of being in the choir at St. Thomas, and it's great to be here. Thank you so much for having us on.
You're welcome. So, Eric, what were we listening to?
still perhaps hear, well, we were just
Yeah.
hearing a little fragment of the opening movement from George Friedrich Handel's opera, Acis and Galatea, which we are performing in concert version, not staged and with lighting and dancing, but in concert version as the closing concert of the Westchester Baroque Festival next weekend. Sunday at 4 p.m., 7:30 p.m., Handel's opera, Acis and Galatea. And that was the opening chorus, taken, I believe, from my recording of the piece, which features many of the musicians who will be performing here in Mamaroneck next weekend.
So this is a big deal. This is the first, you're billing it as the first annual International Baroque Music Festival. It's never happened in Westchester.
First annual meaning never happened. Annual meaning hopefully every year.
Yes.
Westchester, right here, for a community that I think would really appreciate the opportunity to share what we're offering. Baroque, meaning music written between 1685 and 1730, roughly speaking. And festival, because it's fun. And we're offering 5 really delightful programs during that weekend. A pretty diverse program within the Baroque era. But it's a festival. We're having fun preparing, and we sure would like to see other people have fun too.
And you've got some programming in there that I think will apply or appeal to youth as well as us grown-ups who know Handel and Bach and some of those other famous composers. You're calling this international because you've assembled some rather well-known soloists who are going to be performing as well as the St. Thomas Choir.
Yeah, the vocal soloists certainly are frequenters of international stages, and the instrumentalists are all from all over North America. And particularly the core instrumental ensemble is from the group that I direct in Montreal. Have been directing for 10 years. And they are the resident ensemble for this festival. So
and
not
let me
only
try out my French. It's l'harmonie des saisons.
That's beautiful, and it's the instrumental ensemble. And with that ensemble, vocal soloists from both New York City and Montreal, and the St. Thomas Choir is our vocal ensemble in residence for, particularly for the Handel opera.
And as you said, there'll be 5 performances. Each one, I mean, you start out on Friday with a performance at 7:30 of Vivaldi, The Four Seasons, which a lot of people recognize. And then Saturday at 2 o'clock, you're doing Songs Without Words, Baroque meets Jazz.
That's a very interesting program.
And we'll talk more about that. And then at 7:30 on Saturday, it's Bach, the Brandenburg Concerti, excuse me, and secular cantatas.
Yes.
Sunday afternoon, it's the Beatles. And
Beatles Baroque.
You're going to tell me an interesting story about that one. And you've performed that in Europe, I believe.
On tour in Europe, several times on tour, and also all across North America. Many performances, and as well as 3 CD releases of that repertoire. And
then on Sunday evening, you finish up with Handel, the light Baroque opera and concert version. I think it's 2 acts.
It is. So
it sounds like a wonderful program. Now, tickets are still available.
Certainly.
And if you want to see the whole show, how much is it? Every performance.
A subscription, and let's just check, but I think a subscription is $120 for all 5 events.
And if you happen to be over 60 or 55, if you happen to be a senior, you're discounted to, I think it's 100.
That's right.
And if you just wanted to see a single performance?
30 is the single adult admission, and 25 for seniors for a single admission, and all children defined as under 18 are invited for free.
To either one or the whole show? Anything.
Just show up.
So if you're under 18 out there, now you can go to a wonderful, complete weekend of music. And I should remind our viewers that this is a live segment, so if you've got a question about this festival or a comment you want to make about Baroque music, please call in, or you can email, or you can talk to us on Facebook. And the contact information should be on your screen from time to time as we talk. The tickets are available online,
Yes.
I believe.
They are.
And the website that you go to, I know one website is called Eventbrite.
Yes,
.com.
Eventbrite is the main online ticket access. If you go to eventbrite.com and search for Westchester Music Festival or Westchester Baroque Festival, that'll bring you to the page where you can order subscriptions and single tickets.
And all the performances are in St. Thomas,
Yes,
which
they
is
are.
a historic church in this area. I think it's built in 1886, if I read correctly.
This building was.
That's correct.
yeah.
And
right.
having been there myself, I know it's a comfortable seating arrangement because the pews have pads on them.
And
They do.
Very comfortable,
That's
and
right.
it's cool.
it's
isn't it?
air
That's
conditioned.
right. That's right. That's right.
It's also a marvelous acoustic. The clarity from every seat is really commendable. I love making music there. It's not too large to feel intimate and kind of up close for all listeners. And it's particularly compatible for the Baroque instrument gesture, which is
Well,
our ensemble.
We're going to be talking more about Baroque music, and we're going to see a little sample. But first, we have to take a break so that we can find out about LMC services. Stay tuned.
Do you know how to request our services? Just go to lmctv.org. Under the service banner, click Forms. In our Forms section, you can apply to be a volunteer, learn about membership, learn about corporate underwriting, request a bulletin board, coverage, DVD dubs, equipment, and PSAs. It's all a click away at lmctv.org.
Thank you, and welcome back to the Round Table. I'm Michael Witch, and my guests are Eric Milnes, who is the artistic director of the Westchester Music Festival, and Lou Senti, who is on the board of directors of the Westchester Music Festival. And this is our live segment, so if you've got a question or comment, please feel free to call in or communicate by email. So, Baroque music as opposed to Renaissance music, modern music, what characterizes Baroque music?
I think the most important element is that for some reason, a certain number of pieces written in that period have really continued to capture attention and imagination of listeners. It's somewhat hard to explain why music of Bach, Handel, Vivaldi, and others remain in contemporary concert repertoire, except that it's great music and speaks in some way to our time. And every listener would have to fill in their own gaps about why that is, but we can't say that about all repertoires. It's kind of a cultural phenomena, at least in the Western cultural world, that these composers are still their music is still so valued and remains really current for us. I find music of that period extremely, as opportunities for real drama. It has a rhythmic energy that I find always compelling and exciting. And you know, I'm also a huge enthusiast for popular idioms and contemporary idioms and jazz as well. And I do find as a performer a connection between the music of that period and our own more rhythmic modern music. I don't find them disassociated. So it doesn't surprise me that music of the Baroque period remains some of the most popular music in our culture.
And one of the instruments is the harpsichord.
Yeah.
And you're going to be playing the harpsichord?
I do. I direct from the harpsichord. That is, I sit and play and direct while there. And that is how all music was led until about 1830, when the conductor was invented, the stand-up conductor. So not only is it historical, but it really works well to be playing while you're directing, because you can lead things in certain ways and show things musically while playing.
Okay, we have a little sample of a Baroque concert. This is actually the group from Canada. This is L'Harmonie des Saisons. They were performing in Granby in Quebec Johann Sebastian Bach Concerto for oboe and violin. Let's take a look at that, and then we'll come right back and talk some more. Beautiful music. And off camera, you told me that everybody that we just saw will be there
Yes.
at St. Thomas.
Yes.
The instrument that is in the middle, the harpsichord,
Yeah.
totally different from a piano?
And that very instrument, that very one, is now in residence at St. Thomas.
How'd you do that?
Drove it down. And due to the really inspiring support of the folks at St. Thomas, and particularly our rector, Carol Gadsden, acquiring that instrument has been part of St. Thomas's mission to broaden our musical outreach to the community.
Yeah, Louis, can you talk a little bit about the program, the music program at St. Thomas, and this Baroque Festival is just a part of that?
That's right, Mike. St. Thomas has a long and I think rich tradition of worship music. And several years ago, Rector Carroll, who Eric just referred to, brought Eric in. And our tradition has strengthened and deepened, and we have, I believe, probably the best music program that you'll find in this area in a church. I do want to make...
And you sing in it.
Well, that's... and in spite of that, we're still in great shape. I do want to also just make the distinction that the festival is being graciously hosted by St. Thomas. It is not necessarily affiliated with the church's music program. And Reverend Carroll is such a patron of music and of the arts and, overall. She has given us this, this wonderful gift of being able to perform in St. Thomas Church, which you're familiar with. The music program at St. Thomas, however, in addition to our Sunday worship, also includes a music series where the choir performs 3 times a year. And if you don't mind, I'd like to do a little plug for that, if that's okay. So coming up this year in December, on December 16th, we'll be doing Lessons in Carols. On February the 24th, we'll be doing the American Gospel Tradition, which we have done before, and it's a big crowd pleaser. And on Sunday, June 2nd, we'll be doing Cathedrals of Gold. So I think I would encourage anyone who's in the area to check out all of the music at St. Thomas, particularly a festival, and ongoing the music program at St. Thomas.
Well, LMC TV and the Local Live will be here and hope to see you back to plug each one of these concerts as they get closer to fruition. But back to next weekend. When I saw the listing of the performances, it occurred to me that maybe the evening performances were more for adult and the afternoon were more for youth. Is that a fair assumption?
It's a great concept. It's not quite what I imagined, but the Saturday afternoon, Saturday at 2, and Sunday afternoon, Sunday at 2, are sort of crossover musical gestures. That is, the first program features very popular songs, that is Saturday at 2, from the 17th century, from 17th century France, juxtaposed with very popular songs from 20th century America. So we will hear an air de cour from Paris, 17th century, followed by a Nina Simone or a Stephen Sondheim, and the program goes like that. And it's Baroque oboe and viola da gamba and harpsichord, and we recorded this project in Cleveland 2 months ago, several months ago, more than 2, but the release date is this next month. And it's a program that we're touring quite a lot as well. And I think it works in a wonderful way to show how the song repertoire, without singer, I should say, separated by 4 centuries, still has a unity, and it's great music. And where else can you hear Willie Nelson performed on Baroque instruments?
I can't answer that question. I don't know. And then the Sunday at 2 is the Beatles.
That's right.
Baroque.
Beatles Baroque.
And I believe you've recorded CDs of that, and you've toured with that.
Yeah.
And your press information says that the audience is invited to join in. How so?
It has developed that way. A bit of a surprise to me that when we began performing this project, maybe 15 years ago, we would get about 3 pieces in. And again, there are no singers involved, it's just instrumentalists. We'd get about 3 tunes in, and it would start that the audience would begin singing. And that's a great
feeling,
actually.
Well, for my generation, those are favorite tunes.
That's right.
And we know the words.
And the words are known, and that's what makes it really fun, I think, for everybody, because...
So it's not something that annoys the performers.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. And I would like to underline that we do not present the great tunes of Lennon McCartney and their producer, George Martin, who was sort of the focus of the repertoire in this case, as Beatles as a gavotte or Beatles as a minuet. Rather, we're doing very, very careful, authentic transcriptions of the George Martin and Lennon McCartney team as they recorded their repertoire, but playing it on period instruments.
And you told me that it's a big hit in Germany?
It is.
The Beatles?
It is. We've done it at the Potsdam Festival, the Regensburg Festival, the Dresden Festival, and the Bremen Festival. And it's always fun.
And then to start off on Friday evening, it's Vivaldi, which is,
yes,
as your press material says, among the most treasured pieces in Western music.
I think so,
4
yes.
seasons. And Saturday evening, it's, what do we have? Saturday is Bach.
Yes.
The Brandenburg Concerti.
Not only 2 Brandenburg Concerti, but the Wedding Cantata and the Coffee Cantata. And how many people know that Bach wrote comedic music as well, including the Coffee Cantata. But this is all music that he wrote for use in the Zimmermann Coffee House in Leipzig, for which he wrote entertainment music, and perfect for us on this occasion to celebrate the lighter side of Bach.
By the way, all this information I found on the website, as you can too, folks. If you just go to the website that we've got on your screen, you can find out about each program and how to get your tickets and the cost and who's playing, and it's full of information. So we're here just to get you all excited about it. It sounds like a wonderful weekend, and I'd like to just end by saying that you know, listening to music, I think you'll agree, it has a certain effect on the body and the mind and the spirit. And maybe in these times of crazy politics and back to school hubbub and, you know, just the crazy everyday life, I would suggest that everybody out there take a break from that and spend a delightful weekend at St. Thomas.
And the weather's supposed to be cooler.
There you go.
Right.
Well, it's air conditioned anyway.
And it's air conditioned.
So, again, that's the first annual Westchester International Baroque Festival. I want to thank you, Eric and Louis, for coming and sharing the information with us. And this is not the end of the Local Live. We have more news for you, so please stay tuned. Bye.
I'm a reporter, I'm a producer, I'm a writer.
I am a news anchor. I am a producer.
I am a news editor.
I am the technical director.
I am a reporter,
I am an anchor.
I volunteer for the local Live because I'm a proud resident of Larchmont and Mamaroneck, and I like to give back to the community.
I volunteer for the local Live because I believe in bringing the news into your living room.
I volunteer for the local Live because I believe in leadership, support, and success in a community.
I volunteer at the local Live because it's a fun learning experience, and I know each week I come, I can learn something new.
I volunteer for the local Live because I believe in community television.
As a spring intern at the local Live, I learned new skills like video, editing, and production, and furthered my skills as a writer. The internship gave me confidence as I embarked on my journey through the world of journalism.
We are the local Live.
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 Don Hito is one of the new and delicious additions to Mamaroneck Avenue. Maral Kethwari gives us a taste of what this Mediterranean Mexican fusion restaurant has to offer.
On the corner of Mamaroneck Avenue, you can escape to the Mediterranean abyss with the Mexican twist of Don Hito, where you can enjoy tacos and tapas and their many tropical drinks. 124 Mamaroneck Avenue is now home to Don Hito, where you can devour Latin delicacies with Mediterranean influences in this new earthy hotspot.
The design of the menu came mostly from my love of the concept of Latin mixture, and also I wanted to have some Mediterranean and French, and also maybe a few Greek influence as well, you know, around that Mediterranean region. Although the menu has its, you know, it's about 60 to 70% Mexican. It's a very, you know, people come in here and they have the weird illusion that we have opened up a Mexican place, but we are considered Nuevo Latino, and that's the concept that, you know, we are going for. That's the concept we believed in. We feel like this concept fits right for this town.
You can also kick back with their many house drinks mixed with fruits and herbs for a unique cocktail experience.
Today we're making the Mamaroneck Thai. It's a twist on a Mai Tai. I just changed up the orange juice and replaced it with some blood orange juice to give it a little more pop and tartness. And then for the good stuff, we have 1.5 ounces each of spiced rum and coconut rum. And then we shake it up. My boyfriend actually likes to drink sweeter drinks, and he's a huge fan of Mai Tais when we go out for Japanese food, so I decided to put my own little twist on it. Using fresh ingredients, I think, enhances its flavor. When you're using smaller crafted spirits, I think you get a better quality drink. We try to incorporate craft spirits as well as popular items that people like and just put our own twist on them. We like to use a little bit of herbs and spices in our cocktails as well, so that it brings on the influences from the kitchen to the bar.
We are looking for more of a dining experience here. We want to create memories and, you know, experiences for our guests who walk in. It's what I do this for. When the guests come in here and, you know, we've hit everything in stride, good food, good service. The ambiance is already great. It speaks for itself. That's definitely why I do this. This is why I became a chef in the first place.
With its new opening, Don Hito is adding a flavorful twist to Mamaroneck Avenue. Reporting for the local Live, I'm Maral Kethwari.
we have plenty of events from around town. The Town of Mamaroneck Recreation Department will screen the film Toy Story on Friday, September 7th at dusk at Memorial Park. The rain date is next Friday, September 14th. All 3 municipalities will hold a joint 9/11 memorial ceremony on Tuesday at 5 at the Girl Scout Rock, also at Memorial Park. This is a free event where first responders, clergy, veterans, and elected officials gather to honor the 9/11 victims on what will be the 17th anniversary of the terrorist attacks. And there's still time to register for the Sound Shore St. Patrick Day Parade annual golf outing, which will be held at Mamaroneck's own Hampshire Country Club on Thursday, September 27th. So for more information, to sign up to tee off, or to sponsor the golf outing, visit soundshoreparade.com. In April this year, LMC-TV launched a fundraising community mural as a unique way to help us grow as a media center for all. So we want to thank everyone who has donated. The mural is still missing some pieces, however, and you can donate individually or as a group. Because these donations would mean so much to LMC-TV, each new contributor will receive a custom thank you video. And here's how you can help.
LMC-TV would like to thank local artist Jamie Lynn at Made, an art studio in Mamaroneck, for creating a beautiful community mural. Place your piece in this mural by contributing to LMC-TV, the community connection that brings you local board meetings, varsity sports, and your local news. Please contribute to this community mural by going to our website and clicking on Donate. Each contributor will be listed next to the mural when it is complete. We value your appreciation of what we do. Become a single donor or as a group, go to lmctv.org. The only piece missing is you.
This week in sports, the Mamaroneck football team hosted arch rival Scarsdale in their season opener. Already up a score early in the first quarter, quarterback Tommy Dillon found Charlie Parkinson for a long completion in the LMC Varsity Sports Play of the Week.
Teams, especially Mamaroneck thus far, is they like to mix it up. You know, mostly pass so far, but they scored off a run. So as they
Fake the handoff, now they go to the air. Looking for Parkinson, and here's everyone seeing Parkinson going to the end zone and make it 2 touchdowns for the Tigers. An 88-yard touchdown strike from Dillon to Parkinson.
Tommy Dillon dropped that one right in the bread basket. And Parkinson goes down for 6 as the Tigers lead 13-0.
Parkinson's touchdown catch was part of an impressive stat line that included 14 tackles, as well as 4 sacks, a fumble recovery, and even a blocked field goal. The Tigers start the season 1-0 with a 21-7 win. We love hearing from our viewers, so email comments, inquiries, and even news tips, pictures, and videos to the Local Live at lmctv.org. Remember, if you ever miss out on a live broadcast, you can catch the Local Live repeats twice a day on LMC TV and check out our YouTube channel for clips. We want to thank you all for watching the Local Live. I'm Rob Baez, and we will see you next week. Have a good night.